My first guest is a Grammy-winning artist with a brand new single out. It is awesome. It's called Let Me Reintroduce Myself. It went straight to #1. Here she is, Gwen Stefani! Oh, come on. Yay! Gwen, it's so great
I can't believe I'm back.
I love it. Dude, I want you back every week.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if you remember this. A few years ago, you gave me a suggestion for my girls for Christmas morning to put Christmas wrapping on the doorway on their way into the tree so that they rip it open and then see the presents. Is that right?
But that, obviously Santa and the elves do that. You have to email him, and then he does that if you request it. Yep.
So I requested it. I talked to Santa. Santa put on the paper on the, wrapped the door so beautifully. And I was like, oh, it was so cool. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock when I woke up in the morning. And I go down to videotape on the other side because I want my girl to run in and rip. But there's just such, I mean, you have boys. And, you know, so I have girls. And they came in and they politely just pushed it open like it's a curtain.
No.
Yeah, and it was such
they didn't crash through it?
They didn't even, they're so polite. They just pushed it like it was a curtain. And they're so excited because Santa came. But they didn't rip it or anything. I was like, I have to take a picture and send it to Gwen because it's the best idea, honestly, and everyone should ask Santa if they can do this. But I ended up cutting a hole in the Christmas wrapping and just sticking my daughter's head in the doorway.
Oh my God!
Because she wouldn't rip it.
So
That's
cute.
the only rip is that right there. They were just pushed it open.
Oh my God!
But
I feel like you have to take that same picture now every single year because that's what we do. We always have a picture like in front of the paper. And we were at a new house. We moved, so it was like a really big deal this year because we didn't know like where Santa was going to actually wrap the opening because it's like a really big opening.
Oh my goodness.
Ours was crashed through by like teenager and like littles. It was fun.
I want to congratulate you because you and Blake Shelton are engaged.
Yay!
Come on! That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I have questions. How did Blake propose? Did he have it all planned out? What was it like?
Well, it was actually pretty magical, and wasn't expecting it at the moment that it happened at all. Didn't have any idea. Nobody knew. I think he had told my dad on my birthday about 2 weeks earlier, and I got to tell you, like, I was sort of like, what's happening with us? Like, it was kind of in my mind, like, we've been together a long time now. Like, what's going on? Like, I was in that place in my head. And we also had this trip planned to come to Oklahoma, and it was one of those COVID kind of like, not a fight, but it was like, maybe we should just cancel the trip. Like, this is getting too hard. Like, it's not going to, everybody has to get tested. And everyone was on edge because we were going to meet up with his sister and brother-in-law and their family. And, you know, everything, all the plans, you can't make plans anymore. So anyways, we were this close to like canceling the trip. And, we ended up making it all happen, and we were all here at the ranch, and basically it happened. But it was like everybody was trying to make it not happen because nobody knew it was going to happen. And Blake, meanwhile, had this ring, like, I guess, in the side of his, like, truck. And when I say the side of his truck, like, his truck is disgusting. Like, it is, like, things falling out, like equipment, like total, like, rugged man stuff. Like,
no, he got mad at me that there's no mud on my truck. He goes, Jimmy, don't ever show me that truck, because I showed him a picture of my truck, and he was like, there's not even any, I can't even look at it. There's no mud on that truck. You have to use that. Like, he was so disappointed. So I could imagine what his truck looks like. It's a real ranch truck.
Yes, and there's like a lot of like junk in it and dirt, and so the fact that the ring was like in the side of the door, and like you're like driving through trees and stuff, like it could just like fall out at any point. But
my gosh.
Anyways, it was pretty magical, and my brother was like trying to cook like a hobo stew at home, so he was like, "We got to get back, it's gonna burn," and my son was like, "I got to go to the bathroom," and like nobody wanted to be there, and anyways, out of nowhere, he just has this ring that's like in a cabinet. When I opened it, he's like, "Oh, get the fire starter." And I like open the cabinet and there's this ring there. And I'm like, "Are you serious?" It was pretty like, what? And we both start bawling, and everyone was in shock. There was no video. My sister-in-law to be was there. She just started like shooting off pictures. And that's the shot that we put out of. It was just a random picture. So it's pretty exciting.
It's kind of fun.
We have no
having
plans
it on video
because of the pandemic. We're like, it's like Blake, why couldn't you done it before? Now we can't have a wedding with the pandemic. It's like you're just sitting around going, okay.
But weirdly enough,
drag it out
because
more.
you guys are so famous, it was actually good news for the world because we all needed any good news, we'll take it. And I was like, yes! So it was actually, we all cheered. So just know that was awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And tell Blake
Thank you so much.
he's a hopeless romantic. Tell him, I've got to talk to him about that truck move. Let's talk about Let Me Reintroduce Myself. Came out last month, went straight to #1. Congrats on this.
Thank you.
This is the perfect song, by the way. This is the perfect song to come out.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the video, how did you come up with the idea to do all of your looks?
Well, this is basically it wasn't my idea. We were doing that song Happy Anywhere, me and Blake, and we were here in the pandemic stuck quarantined at the ranch, so we didn't get a chance to do like a real video. My brother happened to be here, and so we kind of made the video that we made, but my original idea for that video was you be Blake from the 90s, like with a mullet, and I'll be me, the Just a Girl me, and we could like be the different versions of us in this video, like Happy Anywhere, like this weird couple that doesn't make any sense, but we do. And he was not into it, but we could have never done it anyways because we were stuck here at the ranch. Anyways, Blake was the one that said, you know, that song, Let Me Reintroduce Myself, that song, that's a hit or whatever. And because he has had like 27 #1 radio hits and he's been on The Voice for 20 seasons picking songs and being around music, I trust him in that. And he was the one, he's like, you should like, he called me driving to the airport and was like, you should dress up as you in all your old looks and do this video. And I was like, whoa, that's actually a really good idea.
I mean, look at all
So
these looks. It's genius. Gwen, I'm telling you, it was just,
wow.
You're I just
can't
love
believe
that you
I
did
did
all
that.
this. It's so fantastic.
It was so much work. It was so fun though, but it was really trippy because like you would basically it be in the original look of what I was back then, and it brought back so many memories. And I never thought when I was doing those looks that I would be basically a Halloween costume to other people. Like that was actually how I dressed, not because anyone told me to, but that was like, I had that polka dot dress in my closet forever. And it just the fact that they became so recognizable it was really fun to revisit it. And it was just a really fun way to come back.
Is there an album on the way, or this is just a tease?
Yes, of course. I mean, at first I didn't know that if I would do an album or not, but I have all these songs, and I think that even like next week I want to go back in and start writing again because I don't feel like I'm quite done writing. And I think the writing process has been incredibly exciting. I mean, I love writing. That's my favorite thing to do.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on.